My name is Franco Lopez. I'm 17 years old and I'm a content creator. My family has been in the Virgin Islands for over 7 to 9 years. Well, my family has impacted me in various ways. I come from the Dominican Republic, so what I would say my family impacted me with is like work with what you got. Because in the Dominican Republic, when I was living there was time where there was no power. There was time where that was way before electronics came into place. So when there had no power, I used to just be outside and my parents be like, just be happy with what you got right now. And that's why one of the reasons why I see kids be like complaining about the internet, I mean like, you didn't know what it was like back then when I had no power. So it's like, and when I used to go to sleep, my mother used to find me with like a book or anything. I was like, yeah, I don't know if you ever experienced this, but like when you're showering, sometimes like I don't know, you like get a bucket of water and like get like a little cup. So I used to shower myself with that too. So it's like when I came here, a lot of like it opened my mind up to a lot of different things, honestly. So my parents taught me like to work with what you got and be grateful with what you got. One family member who inspired me the most is my mom. She's very hardworking and I respect her a lot. She taught me almost all the wisdom that I have today. I would say that for sure. My mom, she's a very nice, respectful, and hardworking mom. She taught me about friendships, relationships, how to basically treat people with respect. And I love my mom. If that's one person, I love she the most, man. Like, she's just always caring, always making sure I'm good. Always making sure I'm on my purpose, make sure I'm on the right path. She never taught me like, hey, like you should hang around with this bad company. Nah. It's better to be alone than have bad company around you for sure. I always preach that. I would say what motivated me the most is my past self, the situation I was in and how I got to evolve and become a better version of myself. So when in my down days, because I'm not perfect, I have my days where I don't want to talk to people, where I just want to be alone, where I'm just sad, or I just feel not in the right place of mind. I think about my past self and how far I've came. And I also think about people who depend on me, people who are inspired by me, because there's a lot of kids who be like, bro, I love your work, you inspire me. Like, I just want to, like, make sure you're a role model to me. So I be like, hey, I can't let them down. I can't let them down. Ownership. I feel like ownership is a big thing, especially when it comes to business and when it comes to actually having friendships. Because when it comes to business, you know, you have to own your name, trademark your name, make sure everything you do is you be yourself. I feel like you can be ownership by actually respecting yourself. Because you don't want to be looking like somebody else. You don't want to be being somebody else, someone that you're not. So you want to be ownership of yourself, actually becoming the person that you want to be. Because God made us the way we are for a reason. Because I feel like if you're trying to be like somebody else, if you're trying to copy somebody else, that's basically like you don't have no self-respect, basically. Because God put you in this earth to be different, to have a different type of purpose. And you over here like copying somebody, trying to be someone you're not, like, come on, man, you have to be ownership of yourself, you know? Well, basically, I started this self-improvement brand in 2020, so I have over 3 years now making content, and I cover topics like self-improvement, mental health, fitness, emotional health, spirituality a little bit, and I've been posting videos. When I first started out in 2020, like, bro, it was 3 times a day. And imagine that every single week. Like every single month, just constant, that discipline every day. And that's why I said, like, I deserve what I have right now. And I tell you that for sure, I deserve what I have right now because I work my ass off, man. I honestly could say that, and I appreciate everyone who's supporting me along the way. Of course, there's haters, you know, that comes with success. And basically, I just cover those topics and I try to push everyone to become a better version of themselves while being grateful of the current situation. Because you can't be wanting to be in the future and you're not in the present. You have to be present of where you are. You have to be grateful for your friends, your family, your household, a lot of things, man. We don't appreciate the little things, like waking up this morning. That's a blessing right there. Waking up this morning. And one of the things that happened to me before is I was so focused on the next thing, the next move, the next follower count, the next content, that sometimes I wasn't grateful for where I was. So sometimes we pray for the times where we want to be in the future, not realizing that we are in that present moment, you know, and we are where we want to be. It's just like your mind is at another place in the future. So yeah, that's my content creation journey and what it's about. Okay, so that's a question that I currently went through in my journal, because I like to journal. I like to journal my thoughts. And basically, I like to reflect on my wins. So like, let's say if somebody DM me saying they want to buy a shirt, that's a win right there. If somebody said they inspired by me, that's a W right there. If I reach 1,000 views in a video, that's a next win right there. Because many people reflect on the losses. They don't reflect on the things that they did to reach where they want to be. They don't reflect on, let's say, oh, I got a job. Hey, that's a win right there. Or, hey, I went to the gym. That's a next win. So you have to reflect on your wins, not always on your losses. Because naturally, we as humans always think about the negative. I always think about, damn, like, I should have did this, I should have did that. Back then, you did a lot of stuff that put you where you are today. So I will always say reflect on your wins. That's a great question. I feel like it sparks the Virgin Islands, because it's just a whole different new movement, a whole different wave. When they see healing the youth, they think about improvement. They think about, yeah, I gotta get on my stuff, you know, I gotta get on my purpose, I gotta get on my career. So I feel like it's different, man. I just tell you, it's different. Because I don't think nobody like doing it like me. And I say that like humbly, like I just saying the truth. I don't think nobody doing this self-improvement wave like me. Of course, in the States, there are a lot of people who like to do the self-improvement content, but over here in the Virgin Islands, I think that I brought that new perspective, that new content. It's brand new content, fresh, and I feel like when they see it, they are inspired, they think positively, and they just be like, hey, I gotta be responsible, I gotta get on myself. Like Franco, he set a good example, you know. So I think it impacts the Virgin Islands in a very positive way, especially in the kids this age, because I know, hey, there's a lot of bad influence out there, man. Like kids, like under 10 starting to smoke, they fighting in schools, and you know the viral about that, you know, the school fights. And I just want one of them kids like to see my content and be like, hey, like I don't want to deal with that negative stuff. I don't want to deal with all that fighting, that smoking, and I want to focus on myself and try to become better for me and for those around me. I feel like everybody should be their own inspiration, because it's you know. If you see somebody say something you don't agree with, you can feel some type of way. But if you have your own thoughts, your own beliefs, you're going with your instinct, your intuition, you know? And sometimes people look up to rappers, celebrities, and sometimes they say stuff that everybody just agree with. And just because you see them agree with it, you're going to just go with the flow. And it's like the blind is following the blind. Like, that's why I preach to become your own inspiration. If you're having a hard time finding a role model, become your own inspiration. We're thinking far now. Okay, so of course I want to have kids in the future. That's a for sure goal that I have in mind. I want to pass on evolution, make sure they evolving mentally, physically, emotionally, and I want them to experience the organic world. I don't want them to go straight into electronics or social media, because I know, and I do social media, and I know the bad side of social media. So I would say, like, when I have a kid, I want them to experience the world as how it is, the nature, the lessons in schools, and I don't want them diving into social media right away, because they're gonna start, number one, they can get depressed, they can get anxiety, they're gonna start comparing themselves to others, which is a big thing. I don't want them get that all in their head when they're such in a young age. So that will mess up their development when they grow older. So I just want them to evolve, to see nature, to have fun, you know. I don't want them getting involved in social media at an early age. That's why I just want to pass on and make sure they evolving as a person. Yeah, and this I came up with this quote not too long ago, is people with unfulfilled dreams discourage those with fulfilled minds. And it happens a lot. It happens a lot. You're doing something you love, you're being successful at it, and then there comes this, I want to say senior, you know, old person, and be like, you're not gonna be successful at that. Like you're doing this as a joke. Like you're not gonna take it serious. You're not going anywhere, and that happens because they didn't get to accomplish their goal. So just because they didn't get to accomplish their goal, they think that they're not gonna let you accomplish your own. So be like, why are you even mad at me? I just doing me. Like, you should live your life, you feel me? Like, you had your time. Unfortunately, you didn't get to achieve your goal, but that doesn't mean that you need to discourage me, you feel me? Like, the right thing you should do is inspire me, tell me that I could do this. You're not going to be discouraging me because I feel like the right thing you should do is teach me, you feel me? Like, tell me the mistakes for me to avoid. Because since you are a senior, let's say an old person, they have the best type of advice because they have the knowledge, they have they went through all this experience, and they could tell you which steps not to take, and they could tell you which mistakes to avoid, the type of people to avoid, the type of, let's say, business advice not to take, you know, because they went through all these years. So instead of you discouraging me, you could tell me, hey, don't do this, uplift me. And yeah, that happens a lot, man. I know a lot of people went through that before. So people with unfulfilled dreams tend to discourage those with fulfilled minds.
All right, anything else?
That's it, man. That's it.
That's
That's it.